Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Unboxing time. It's been a while, but I needed some time to prep and get ready due to movements, work, and traveling. So this has been waiting to be unboxed for quite a while. Now, I have usually, when a new Chanel fashion show kind of is shown and most of the runway pieces are visible, I need a couple of, weeks to get an impression of what I built. Some pieces I fall in love with immediately, like this one. And then some pieces I need some time to think about. So then I would, hit up my sales associates, and then I would try to figure out whether or not their boutiques have ordered the pieces. And then I kind of place a pre-order, and then I get a phone call when the pieces arrive. So this is why in this particular period of the year, or of the season, which is the fall/winter 18 season, it's when I kind of do most unboxings, because that's when all the merch arrives. That's because now the season has begun. Officially, all of the Chanel boutiques are selling their fall/winter collection. Same applies for summer, but I haven't liked many of the pieces, just a few, and those few I'm trying to hunt down. So let's have a look what's in here. The bag. And, well, the ribbon. Let's pull off the ribbon first, because we're going to need all the space we can have. And a little squished tissue paper inside, which is supposed to be more open, but let's pull it out. How I love the Chanel tissue paper with all the little Chanel inscriptions all over it. Okay, let's put that to the side as well. And then let's see what's inside. A falling camellia is inside. Wait, there you go. Let's pull it out. Okay, as you've already noticed by now, this is a pair of sunglasses because it's in a sunglass box. But what is the difference? Well, the difference is that right now, Chanel started making a different type of cardboard box for their sunglasses, or better said, Luxottica has. They're now doing as close as possible to their costume jewelry boxes. They're kind of prior to this collection, the Chanel sunglasses had like a leather imitation box. It was cardboard, but it had the texture of leather. Now they're kind of flat and opaque, or mattified. This is to mirror, the key word here, to mirror their costume jewelry boxes. Also the boxes that they would give you, really flat ones for scarves and all other sorts of kind of accessories. So let's open up this box. Now I'm trying not to turn it to this side because, wait, let me cover it up, because this side has the stickers on it and I don't want to give away what pair is in here. Now this I can already tell you, if Dacob is going to go for sunglasses, he's usually going to go for something very special that kind of most of the time hits the runway. So by now, fall/winter 18, you could kind of guess which ones we're talking about. Even the little box inside the box, or this container for the glasses, a lot of people say it's leather. It's not, guys. This would cost thousands of dollars if it were leather. This is a pleather. It's plastic with the texture of leather. Even this has changed. It's quite different from what it used to be in the past. The shape is still the same. It's kind of imitating the Chanel Millennium bag from 1999. This particular container for glasses has changed throughout the years. We could also say decades by now. Gosh, how time flies. And it's a much more tight grain leather imitation, and much more, in general, opaque, not so glossy as they used to be, and thicker too. Kind of, they're still puffy, but they're much more robust, and it feels like they've become better quality than they used to be. All right, so let's open it up. Now, they're very small. Look at those logos on the back. It's been decades that Chanel hasn't returned to their 90s splendor of making sunglasses. These are super tiny. But you're going to see them when I put them on. It's been forever. And now we're kind of back to the glory days of the 90s. I'm so living for this. They're very small. This is the tortoise version. And yes, I like to wear them like very low like this. Very bitchy kind of, but I'm loving it. This is the tortoise version. They're brown with, in Italy you say maculato, for this sort of texture where you have like 2 to 3, sometimes even up to 5, different textures of brown that give you an effect almost of a tortoise shell that's been kind of layered, but it's acetate. Of course, it's not tortoise. So let's try to zoom in there, the look from the fashion show as well as a couple of close-up shots. Now, while we're doing that, I want to explain to you how, the actual, this is the runway piece. There is another runway piece. Okay, this model, let's call it the frame and the lens. No, the lens is not. The frame and the temples hit the runway. The lenses, however, had a 24-karat gold layer on them. They've made that version and released it, but they also released this version, which is just a gradient lens without any polarization or any gold on top of it. The gold ones cost more, but what I don't like about the gold ones is, first of all, they're not very 90s to me because they reflect, they're like a mirror in the front, and that kind of looks tacky to me. Also, they scratch very easily, and they're really hard to maintain, while these little fellas over here are much more user-friendly. So, and of course, because a lot of people know that these are the ones that sell out. The other ones are kind of like more of a show-off piece. I mean, obviously, if you're having these huge Chanel inscriptions on the side, by the way, they're kind of three-dimensional. The Chanel is popping out. Very, very cool. I don't know. Anyway, so tortoise. I hope you're enjoying the pictures on the side because these are quite small. I mean, if you pull them up, you get that kind of look. But if you pull them a little bit down, you get that look. They're quite small. They're meant to be. They're literally very small. Now, this is, if you do some research on Coco Chanel's own glasses, reading glasses that she would wear, she usually, this is quite inspired by her own eyewear, personal, private, that she didn't sell, but just made for herself, or bought, or commissioned for herself. Slightly cat-eyed. These are called rectangular glasses. I really wouldn't call them rectangular. I would call them slightly cat-eyed, slightly elongated, very much in the spirit of Coco Chanel. Plus, with this kind of, we're finally back to old school Chanel gold on the temples. Yeah, it's quite show-offy, but it's such a time travel piece. Okay, enough of those on the side. It's such a time travel piece, like you really feel like you're somewhere else. They are available, as I said, in tortoise with the gold lenses and without. I have the one without. Then you have a black acetate version also with the gold on the side, and with the gold lenses, also without the gold lenses. So it's not a lot to choose from. They are boutique exclusives. In the States, the Chanel website has them online to order, because in America, as of maybe a couple of seasons now, you can order these, all Chanel really, also the ophthalmic, the reading glasses as well as sunglasses, on the Chanel website actually, which really makes life easier in case you don't have a Chanel boutique next to you. However, I have noticed a huge difference in price between the European market and the American market in particular. We're talking over $100 to $150 in the case of these particular sunglasses of difference. Plus you got to add tax in the States on top of the retail price. So I don't know. It's a bit tricky. But anyway, there you have it, guys. We're back to the 90s. The tortoise version hit the runway. The black one did not, but it's amazing. I wish I could show it to you. Yeah, maybe in another lifetime. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do consider subscribing to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. What do we say? No matter what, we never give up on love. Love you guys. See you soon. Take care. Bye. Hi everybody, Enea here. I would like to do an unboxing right now. It's been a long time, very long time, a couple of years actually. So I hope there's still somebody watching out there. I'm all dressed in black, vintage Dolce & Gabbana with a mountain hat by Vivienne Westwood, and I'm trying to channel the past. A long time ago. I've hunted these down. Also vintage, but the seller actually sent me the whole kit and caboodle, how it used to be. This piece is unopened. It's something that you could call dead stock, except it's not directly from a store. It's not from a Chanel boutique. It's something totally different. It's dead stock from a collector, from a big fashion archive. So I'm so happy to have this. Let's do an unboxing. If you're watching, I hope you're going to enjoy. So let me take, even this ribbon is still conserved and preserved the way they used to do it back in the day. This is the inside. This is how it looked. You know, today you would get, there's like not so much material used anymore. It's so interesting to see how all of this used to be done in the past. I should be doing this with gloves, really. I'm not going to stretch out this paper. This is what they used to call silk paper, tissue paper, placed inside boutiques as a packaging when you would purchase something. It was kind of considered elegant, but also to block the view of any other people. If you're walking down the street with your new shopping, you know, whatever you bought, this kind of discreetly covers up, what is inside the bag, very discreetly. Isn't that elegant? Nowadays, boutiques, as we all know, don't exist anymore, but you can imagine how it was in the past. Okay, and this is how they used to wrap up the products. Back in the day when there was still paper and cardboard, this feels amazing. I'm going to have to be very careful. I want to preserve the ribbon and everything, so I'm not going to pull on this camellia flower. I'm just going to slightly try to slide everything off. And pull it off like that. There you go. Okay. This, my dear friends, is a pair of Chanel sunglasses from the Autumn-Winter 2018 collection. It's really hard to see the detail. So many years ago. As we all know, Chanel doesn't do these boxes anymore, these containers. This is a very rudimental version of a container for sunglasses. But still, I think for the younger generations, quite easy to understand how to open. It's kind of very instinctive. you feel like you just flip it like that. And inside, we have these wonderful sunglasses. This is what Chanel used to do a lot in the 90s. This is black acetate, completely black, with gold details on the sides, where you could see the Chanel inscription. Now, I'm going to fade in here a couple of images with close-ups so you can see, but just to wear them, this is how it looks. You can wear them quite low because they're meant to be very, very thin. They're done like that on purpose. A little bit cat eye, a little bit douchebaggy. You could also wear them up. And then more down. Both temples have the Chanel logo on the sides. The Chanel logo is protruding, it's outwards. Really, really beautiful piece. Since the big internet collapse, we don't really, I don't have access to the archives. Everything is only, it's only fractals and fragments of it, so we don't really know. These are supposedly, that's how the archive sent them to me. These should be runway pieces back from back in the day, from the fall-winter 2018 collection, but we're not really sure about that. So I'm looking into that. It's really hard to collect all the information. I can say that seeing from the model number on the temples, it's 71280, and then the colorway is S2216. This is the type of coding that Chanel used to use for their boutique exclusive and runway pieces. Not every boutique exclusive piece was also a runway piece, but in this case, especially because it's also printed in gold and not in white, kind of leads me to believe that these might have been actual runway pieces. As I said, it's all a bit fragmented within the archives, so we're not quite sure about either the shape or the color. Maybe both were on a runway, maybe just one of them. So that's for Enea's return to the viewers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Off with the images. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, let me know. Through the microchips you all got, and then I can make more of these. I'm trying to hunt down a lot of archive pieces from the late 10s, from the late 2010s, because as we all know, in the 20s, shit hit the fan. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't ever forget, as a wise person once said, never give up on love. See you all soon. Take care. Bye. Mwah.